People ask me sometimes, why did you become a lawyer? And there's a number of factors that played in my life that made me want to become an attorney. The first thing is obviously the fact that my uncle, Jerry Braswell, when I was born, I was in law school. And he became a lawyer, became a state representative for the state of North Carolina, and ultimately became a judge. And throughout my life, since I was a young child, he's influenced me. And I remember at a young age going to North Carolina for the summer and seeing him practice law in a courtroom. That inspired me. It also inspired me to start looking at things from a legal perspective. So I started watching television. So I started watching Perry Mason, shows like that that showed lawyers in action. And I got inspired by the ability of a lawyer like Perry Mason, or even my uncle for that matter, fight for the underdog. And I pride myself on wanting to fight for the underdog, people who justice have passed them by, and I want to make sure they get justice. And so that's a big part of why I became a lawyer. I love the whole David and Goliath concept. At the Cochran firm, we represent people who, ordinary people fighting against big corporations and big companies. And we do it in a way that we make sure that they're respected just like anybody else. And they get the same amount of work ethic and legal services that everybody else get, regardless of their financial status, their race, gender. And so we pride ourselves on that. Because I've been practicing since 1996 and for 20 years, I've handled all type of cases. So people typically ask, can you help me in my case? Have you handled this? And fortunately, I can respond and say, yes, I've handled that type of case. I've not only handled it, I've been successful prosecuting that case on behalf of my clients. And so I can help you. So I've extensively handled trucking litigation, automobile accidents, medical malpractice, products liability cases, civil rights cases involving police brutality and excessive force, and premise liability cases and negligent security cases. So I've handled all types of cases in that 20 years, and I've been fortunate enough to be recognized as an expert who can handle these things and do a good job on them. At the Cochran firm, one of the things that set us apart is the fact that we are trial lawyers. And what that means is we actually try cases. That's an important thing that distinguishes us from any other attorneys. When you're looking for an attorney, the first thing a client should ask is, do you try cases? Because ultimately, if the case does not resolve for what it's worth and the true value of the case, you got to have a trial. We pride ourselves at the Cochran firm, and me specifically, as being a trial attorney. I've tried several cases to verdict. I've gotten multi-million-dollar verdicts, not only in Georgia, but throughout this nation. Not only myself, but my partners and everybody in our firm are trial lawyers. We try cases. If you or your loved one have been injured or harmed due to the negligent or wrong actions of someone else, call us here at the Cochran firm. We want to help. We want to answer any questions for you so we can bring you and your loved one justice.